Hey, it's Fresh in the Flesh with the book review, The Dream Giver. The Dream Giver, one of my favorite books I read in 2015. The reason why I resonated with it so much is because I was on the hero's journey, and it just gave great perspective and insight on that hero's journey. What is the hero's journey? It is something that is like this. There's a call to adventure. There's a quest, an opportunity, and some courage is needed for you to go on it. It's, leaving the ordinary. It's leaving the comfortable to the uncomfortable and to the extraordinary. And there's a lot of resistance and there's a lot of challenges along with that path. We can all relate. If you've seen Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, this is what it's like. So in the book, they gave insight in terms of like this. Bullies, right? You face bullies on your path and they don't want you to go. But what they can actually do, their concerns can help you clarify your plans. That's how a dreamer turns opposition into opportunity. So I got like an uncle. I have even my family, brother, mother, and they may say not to go to strength camp with low money or Los Angeles and the mansion and do other things. And I could look at that as resistance, but the mature and alchemizing approach, turning bad into good, is to say, okay, you're right. I'm a little idealistic. I'm a little out there. Let me sit down. Let me write out some goals and get clear on a plan. And that's what they help me do. So look at your family. Look at those who resist you and see how there could be some benefits if you open up and listen. So I actually saw, I would have never done that. I was way too stubborn to do that before. So you can learn from their concerns. And this guy, Ordinary, his name was Ordinary. He had this journal with him, and he had his long white feather. Right? There's a feather on the book. And he wrote down the truth about his comfort zone and his journey about leaving the comfort zone. I thought it was so cool because I keep a journal. And it was interesting to see. And he was given a dream. He was given an idea, and he went out to live it. And it doesn't get real specific, but the first half of the book is in story form. The second half of the book is in, practical implications by this guy, Bruce Wilkinson. So it's like 2 parts, which is pretty nice. And I love the story part. Now, consider this. It's not really your feelings of discomfort, but what you think those feelings mean that determines what happens next. So you can write your excuses, you can write your challenges down and look them in the face and see your fear and move towards it. Recognize that that fear could be a purpose for you to move towards in a smart way. Do the thing and you have the power. Always do what you're afraid to do, Emerson says. So that's what this book reminded me of. I know only way to get over fears is to go on them directly. I know I got cut by a dog here. Boom. Bit by a dog. And I was scared of dogs my whole life. But only when I lived with a dog for an entire semester did that fear, that trauma in my amygdala in my brain dissipate. And now I'm cool with dogs. In fact, I love dogs. So it's interesting to see how exposing yourself to that can actually help you. Now, in The Dream Giver, it goes on to talk about the people who support you as well. So it's also a great amount of support you're going to be getting on that journey, whatever that journey is for you. But there's giants, there's challenges, and he just describes it so well. So I'm just recommending you check it out. Once you get outside your comfort zone, it's going to shake up, and life's going to shake. And it's when you read it, you'll find that you reflect on your own life, and you can see how helpful it could be. You see kind of weapons you have and how equipped you are on for that journey, and get awareness of how you're not quite there. And it's definitely going to provide a lot of courage for you. And really, another thing I got out of it is this. Want the creator more than the creation. So wanting that spirit to flow through you, that divine, more than the result itself, which is always a great message to get. It's outstanding. All right. Adam Farfan, actually, it's his #1 favorite book. Adam Farfan is the guy I met at the mansion in Los Angeles, and he made $1 million at 18, retired at age 24, and he liked this book. It helped him get on his journey. So I thought that was fascinating. It made me even dig deeper into it. Okay, so I'm going to read you the way they describe it here. They kind of explain this hero's journey. 1, you become aware of a personal dream or calling, then decide to pursue it. Then decide. Decision comes from the root word incision, which means cut off any other possibility of anything else. Now, the other thing is become aware of it. So you have to become aware of it. That's the first, and then deciding. Those are probably 2 of the top 4 most challenging parts of it. It's right in the beginning. So once you get going there and you face your fear and you leave that place of discomfort, you encounter opposition, which is the third thing, around you. Okay, there's going to be some opposition around them, those people who go on that journey. There's going to be resistance from family, from where you're at now when you decide to change. You could look at there's so many examples. If you stop smoking, if you start eating healthier, the people who you're around now are going to be against it. So it's going to have to be a shift of environment. Let's see. Endure a season of difficulty that tests your faith. So there's going to be a whole slew there. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't look good right now. What am I going to do? And it's going to test your faith. That's when you got to rise to the occasion. This is probably the most challenging part. If you can get through that, then tremendous things will await. It's different every time. It could be health. It could be relationship. It could be finances. No, it could even be in your very own mind. So challenges are many, but your power is greater. And now you learn the importance of surrender to God. You learn the ability to tap out, to trust, to let go. And that's when a lot of powerful things will also come to you. And again, like this book's not super specific, so I'm just going to go with the book. But it talks about the ordinary on his journey in this book. The guy, his name's Ordinary. It's a pretty fun book. But there's giants are going to be there. There's going to be challenges. You're going to fight these giants that stand between you and the fulfillment of your dream. So that's different all the time. And then you get your biggest challenge of them all, and you have to get resourceful, and then you reach your potential, your full potential, self-actualizing as in that mini micro or macro cycle, and they achieve their dream and bring honor to God, to universe, nature, whatever you want to call it. You come home with the elixir, the potion of what you learned. See, when I left, for college and I graduated, I'm a different person. I can come home with, exercise science knowledge and social skills that I didn't have before. And just life skills. And then when I left the strength camp in LA again, same thing. I have more, I know more. I am more. I have more awareness. I have even more skills than before. Powerful skills. Marketing, persuasion, just awesome stuff. I've created more videos and content and lots of stuff. So this is the Dream Giver. This is the big takeaways I got from it. Check it out yourself if it sounds of something to interest to you. Loved it. Beat your bullies. Leave your comfort zone. Embrace your dream. Enter the wasteland. Find the sanctuary. Reach the valley of giants and the toughest challenges. Conquer them. Thrive in the land of promise. Love it. It was good. Dream Giver. I actually got it at a book sale, and it was I was like, I don't know, should I get it? And I got it, and I'm glad I did. Another thing about this book. So you see the feather on there? I was sleeping at the strength camp for the non-job. Yeah, it was the non-job. No, strength camp challenge. I was there for the strength camp challenge, And there was a feather just like this, about the same size. I lost it now. And anyway, I found it, and that said, hey, I'm going to read that book I decided to bring with me. And I used it as a bookmark. So I thought that was divine calling for a book. So, Dream Giver, we're all given the dream. We're all given opportunity. It's up to us to go after them and fulfill them. There's scarcity in opportunities. Therefore, make the most of them when you get them. I'm talking about the great opportunities. It's empowering to look at awesome life as abundance in many things, but opportunities is something different. I knew that, and that's really served me on my journey. So, Dream Giver. The next book I'm going to do in the Doug Book Club. What book could I do? I'm going to do the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. I'm going to do that book next. And I'll go over some of those laws and go deep into the concept of leadership. So stay fresh, stay blessed. Peace.